happening, what were the biggest challenges in bringing this documentary to life sa bawat perspektibo po ng bawat isa sa atin?
I think two things. Yung first is technical kasi this was done in 3 countries. So we started in the Philippines. I followed them dun sa world tour nila. Tapos we were doing the sound mix in Berlin. So this film was made in parang close to 3 years na actually. So flying in between countries to finish this film, that was difficult. Combing through like 12 hard drives of 8 terabytes each. Combing through the archives was particularly difficult. Pero in terms of the shoot, I think getting these 4 guys together who are notorious for being aloof and being like distant and detached, to get them together to sit down and be vulnerable and talk about things that people don't normally want to talk about. I think yun that was difficult. Was it difficult, Ellie?
Sir Ellie, what were the biggest challenges in bringing this documentary to life?
Tapos na interview. I don't know. I guess it was difficult to express again what we experienced, but it was also a joy to relive the past. So it's a roller coaster, like everything else in life.
What is it like, an iconic band, once you were part of, come to life on the big screen and see yourself vulnerable in it?
I'm going to be really honest. I did not want to be here.
Buti na lang po, no?
Again, I was forced at gunpoint by Diane.
Thank you very much.
Salamat, Miss Dayan.
I'm just taking one for the team. The other 3 guys are lucky not to see themselves in the big screen. But I quite enjoyed the Dolby Atmos sound the first time I saw it with that. And then this is I think the 5th time I've seen the movie in public. 2nd time pa lang.
I have to add, like, I applaud his bravery and courageousness. I mean, it took a lot of courage to be here.
Nagtutunog bias ka rin.
Sir, inspired you to produce this documentary?
But actually, it's Diane's idea. So I said, partner, let's do this. But then sabi ko, sige. And I believe in Diane's, and in fact, I've said this before. If you notice, these are 4 bands members. And, reality is, Ellie is the most popular one. And he has done most of the work, the original of the song.
Meron pong objections.
Don't say that.
Ako ang ina-expect. And Diane was able to make...
Alis na ako.
About this movie, Diane was able to make the pacing, ganda, di ba? Pacing, walang boring, walang lull. And then, she was able to feature the 4 guys equally. Hindi naman hindi na super bida si Ellie. The other guys were also there. So, yan, medyo magandang na-achieve ni Diane yan. And I think she did that with, fairness. So, and I keep telling her, partner, you did very well.
I would like to, paano niyo po napagdesisyonan yung narrative structure ng documentary? Was it always clear or did it evolve along the way?
It evolved. I just realized how difficult documentary filmmaking is. I have tremendous respect for documentary filmmakers. I've mentioned before this would be my last. It's so difficult because, every time, I'm interviewing super brilliant people who have like a lot of great, profound things to say. So every time they would say something parang that would lead me to a different path, sort of. And every time you explore that new path, you have to provide context for it. So we did 38 reshoots trying to provide context for the previous, people that narrated things.
Meron po bang editorial control o influence ang Eraserheads sa final cut ng film?
For fairness sake and for objectivity
Seriously.
and also,
Pikin
diba,
Serious listener.
to uphold journalistic integrity also, I really, at the risk of everyone's hatred, we had to have final cut without them.
Okay, this question's first. Next, regarding distributing the film, may plano po ba tayong lakad para sa streaming or festivals or international releases?
For now, we'd like to concentrate on the local distribution. We would like to encourage everyone to spread the good word about the movie, that take advantage of the short period that it will be available in cinemas starting tomorrow until Sunday. So yun muna yung concentration natin for now. And then, whatever will happen tomorrow until Sunday, we'll move on from there.
May reason po ba kung bakit very limited days po muna?
Then maybe you can share there are some things that we can share about that, but basically we want this also to be a sort of a weekend.
Right.
Pag nanonood ng concerts, like a weekend back-to-back days. So instead of doing it in an arena or an open ground, we're doing it in cinemas, sharing a different content for the fans also.
And I hope doon po sa limited days ng pag-release ng movie na to, I hope it really brings a lot of people together dun sa weekend na yun. Katulad nga po na nasabi nyo, no, parang concert. Being the distributor of the film, what do you hope this film achieves in the music and film industry?
Just to give you an idea of how it started with distribution deal with Diane and the group. This project came to Warner Brothers to me in a very unexpected way. It was actually during the wake of Mother Lily, when Chuck, who was one of the editors of the film, approached me and told me that there's a project going on about Eraserheads docu. And sabi nga ng kanta nila, kay bilis maglaho ng kahapon. So when opportunity knocks, you have to open the door and take a look at it. And it's Eraserheads, I'm a big fan. Hindi ko pwedeng hindi tignan. So we had a meeting. Diane, after several meetings, she showed me an initial cut. And then we had some notes, something to share with her kung kayang tignan. And fortunately, evolving pa yung edit nila at that time. So, and thankfully also, my favorite song was included in the movie. Thank you, Ellie, for the reshoot on that one. Para sa Masa was included, which was not in the cut that I first saw.
Yeah, thank you, Rico, because you told me, ba't mo lang para sa masa?
Yeah, so I hope this is an opportunity in my own little way through Warner Brothers na mas marami pang ma-reach ng tao yung music and the legacy of Eraserheads. Mas marami pang ma-reach, hindi lang dito sa Philippines, hopefully nga with audiences all around the world. So we'll start from this weekend first and then see what happens.
All right. Familiar with the band already. Did you still discover anything new, especially you, Sir Ellie, about the band or your band members that even your biggest fans might not know?
Well, I didn't know Marcus could cry.
Yung iba po sa atin, meron po ba tayong parang mas na-discover pa, Miss Diane, as the director of the film?
Yeah, definitely. Because as you all know, like I have a business relationship with Ellie for the last years, more than a decade already. So all this time, all the perspective that I was getting was just from him, and of course it's very valid It was until I saw everyone else's interview, yun nga, that made me realize, I mentioned this before na, their perspectives were also true and valid and real for them, and it made a lot of sense. And I guess yung takeaway ko doon is the importance of expression and communication. Kasi I think if they had just talked to each other about that they were really thinking and articulated that, parang a lot of conflict could have been avoided. Yeah, I think.
Maraming salamat, Miss Dayan. Sir, ang question is for you, no? Kung pwedeng matanong, no? Ano ang pinaguhugutan ng mga kanta ng Eraserheads? Nung nagsisimula pa lamang kayo, ano yung nasa isip nyo na, okay, ito ang gusto natin maging tatak ng Eraserheads sa tao?
Thank you, Tito.
Well, I grew up listening to basically OPM, the Manila Sound. My mother was a big fan, so I loved that kind of music as well. So I think yung mga music ng panahon na yun, nung 70s, was very folky, F-O-L-K-Y, guys. Yes, I think I think the band just wanted, and me personally, as a songwriter, to just parang connect with someone.
What did the film mean by wanting a band that had no fear? Especially a lot of political elements were incorporated into the film.
It's what it is. I mean, you can't be out there singing your guts out and expressing your innermost feelings without being courageous. You know?
What's one thing that you wish the band had the chance to do in the past? Meron po bang unreleased song na sana you wish could have been released with Eraserheads given the chance?
We've never been to Amsterdam. Always wanted to go to Amsterdam. Particularly the red light district. Just kidding.
Alright, this question is for everyone. Kasi narinig natin yung audience kanina no, na pa-cheer sila. Ano po ang implication nung post-credits scene? Maaari ba namin itong malaman ng konti? Kahit sino po ang pwedeng sumagot, no? As people involved in this film. Maaari po ba itong malaman?
First, there's an upcoming concert
yeah.
that's happening May 31.
Sir Francis?
Yeah, of course. This is again a experimental, no? Producing a concert and promoting it is quite a challenging task. But this is one way, sabi namin, what about using the movie as a promotional tool to promote the May 31 Eraserheads Electric Fun Music Festival, which the band members also will help promote the other OPM bands. And I think that's a great gesture. May 31, abangan nyo yan.
Sir Ellie, would you like